this episode of Roma Custom Bike will powder coat and airbrush my gas tank. Hi folks, I'm Custom Cez and I can't tell you how excited I am about this very special two-part episode. You might have seen some of the work I've done on my gas tank in the previous episodes. I'll post the links in the description. But basically I did a two-tone powder coat scheme and laid some silver leaf on it. Unfortunately, I waited too long to apply the transparent coating to the leaf and the silver oxidized and yellowed. So, while I wait to get to redo the entire process, I figured why not attempt a simpler way to achieve the look I have in mind. So, I'll end up with an opaque black tank in contrast with the polished look of the scallops and the logo. All the polished area will be the actual brushed sheet metal with clear powder coating. So, it will combine the durability of the powder with the beauty and possibility of urethane paint. So, I took another set of tanks and after sanding it down to metal, I gave it a nice coat of clear powder. The shiny metal look will replace the silver leaf look I had in mind. It's quite different, but still a very nice alternative. Another advantage of using a powder-based coat for the tank is that it will make the sheet metal 100% rust-proof, where regular airbrush clear coats, at least the type sold here in Europe, will not keep the metal from rusting. This might be useful to some of the folks in California where environmental regulations are just as strict. At this point, I decided to seek the help of a professional painter. So I went to see my high school buddy Stefano and his business partner Christian, owners of Moto Style here in Italy. In their shop they do the most amazing graphic designs, both with the hairbrush and with the tattoo machine. They're such amazing artists. Some of their work on tanks and helmets is truly incredible, experimenting with all kinds of paints and effects. And as you can see, they're not limited to the automotive realm. Some of the paintings they do are truly remarkable. Now they're doing also great work with tattooing. These are some of the tests on synthetic skins. You know, the final drawing usually have the awful tendency of walking out of the shop. Now that you have seen what they can do, you can understand why I'm so excited about coming here and getting them to work on my tank. So I brought the tanks with just the clear powder coat, and Christian started out by masking the areas that will show the sheet metal and laying down a first coat of black. We'll get into details later. You'll notice that although I want the black to be opaque, right now it's glossy. It doesn't really matter, because in the end we'll make it matte. Before applying any other paint, Christian has to wet sand the tank, first of all to promote adhesion of consequent layers of paint. Secondarily, wet sanding is used to level the different masked layers. And this is how. Let's say this is the surface of the tank with the base coat uniformly laid on it. Once the first mask is created and the paint is applied, we end up with a gap in thickness between the sprayed area and the masked area. So, by spraying a transparent layer, we can fill the gap and smooth the difference. Finally, by wet sanding, we can level it and proceed with the next layers. There is no instrument that can compare with the experience that Christian has developed through the years. So by touching the surface, he makes sure that the tank is ready for the next step, the masking of the logo. And for this process we're going high-tech. Yeah, this plotter is cutting my very intricate logo from a sheet of adhesive vinyl. It works pretty much like a CNC machine, but instead of an end mill, it uses a blade to cut the material. A step motor turns the blade in the direction of the cut, creating a very thin and precise cut. As you can see, the blade is lowered and raised to position. And this is what we get, an adhesive stencil that we can use on the tank. To transfer it, while maintaining the position of each piece, Christian uses another sheet of adhesive vinyl, some water, and a plastic spatula. While Christian finishes applying the mask, let me take a moment to remind you to subscribe to the channel to receive updates on all the new videos and to support us here at Roma Custom Bike. You can also visit our site romacustomBike.com to find bonus content and see some of the bike accessories we produce. And now that Christian is done with the logo stencil, he tackles the outside area. And you might wonder, why didn't he leave it all together? It'd be done by now, right? Well, the reason is that this way, by splitting the sheet in 4 parts, he's able to leave a few microns of space around the shape to make sure to cover a little bit of black with the red paint. This way, he's sure that no silver will pop through between the red and the black. By doing this, it will also have a little space left between the 4 parts as well, but we can fix that with some extra tape. Another issue is the result of the surface that is curved, so we're bound to have a few wrinkles around the edges. Don't just squish it with your fingers like I would, but rather cut the wrinkle and overlap the 2 edges like this. Now that all the parts of the mask are in place, it's time to remove the areas that need to be painted. In this case, the logo design lines. This is one of those moments during the job that I really enjoy. It's one of those moments with a little payout, you know?
Non cambiano mai, ma ti hanno detto che fare e poi ti hanno scritto che dire sotto le coperte a letto. Dimmi, stai dormendo, ripensi ancora alla vita che non ti hanno lasciato.
Awesome! Now that the rest of the tank is shielded, it's finally time to spray some paint. Let's enjoy it!
La vita che non ti hanno insegnato, non ci credi mai, non puoi più comprare la realtà. La vita che non ti hanno lasciato non ritornerà, non si può comprare la realtà. La vita che non...
For those of you who are wondering what type of gun does Christian use to airbrush, there it is! Now, with extreme caution and patience, Christian removes the mask, making sure not to scar any of the paint with the blade. Please notice the skill required to do this job. Not only on the larger part, but especially when it comes to the minuscule pieces of stencil that might be left on the edges.
You go to school, don't be a fool. Every child is meant to do great things in life. You'll see one day. Don't do drugs, don't just love, don't do anything that makes you happy. It will pay up one day. You will get your share one day. You might get your share. You'll be a good boy, fit in with the crowd, make your mama proud of you. You'll be
haven't sped up this part at all, I just want to show you the actual speed and precision of Christian's movements. Amazing!
Now that would sound really good if you did.
And at this point, this is what we got. The logo's hotline is done and it looks fantastic. In the next part of this two-parts episode, we'll explore how to do the masking the old-fashioned way with a soft tape. We'll also finish the gas tank with the contrast look, glossy versus matte. You can go and see it by clicking the video below or as posted in the description. In the meantime, you can go and visit Stefano and Christian's site www.motostyleroma.com to check out more of their amazing work. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video if it was actually useful to you, and share on Facebook, Twitter and Google+, because that's how we grow the channel and that's how we can keep the episodes coming. That's it for now. I'm Custom Cez and I'll see you in the next episode of Roma Custom Bike.